Okay, right. So what we discussed in the last session, any idea, please? Anil Kumar, what we discussed in yesterday's class? Hello.
Subqueries. Hello, sir. Subqueries.
Oh, up to subqueries we discussed in yesterday's class?
Yes.
Really?
Like we are discussing subqueries.
To joins completed?
Sorry, this is SQL Server class. I am from Power BI class. Sorry.
Okay. I think TCL completed yesterday's class. Okay, na?
Yes.
After that, I think I discussed about aggregations. Right. So today we are going to work with the next scenario, that is operators concept, because now we have to work with the different types of queries part. So let's go to operators, arithmetical operators, plus, minus, multiplication, division. So these are comes under arithmetical operators. See, I'm going to use operators with select statement. Okay. So now that means we are not going to modify data in the table. Just we are going to work with only data retrievals. Okay. Because select statement means what? Only data retrieval operation. So coming to next scenario, we are going to discuss about arithmetical operators. Suppose see, select salary comma salary plus 1000 from employee table. So in this case, salary column is available in the table, but salary plus 1000 is not there in the table. But still we can retrieve. That means we are going for calculations. Okay, no? But this is only for data retrieval purpose, please. Okay, so we are not going to modify data. So next scenario, I want to retrieve salary after deducting 100 from this salary comma salary minus 100 from employee. Please check it. We retrieve. In the same way, we want to retrieve salary and annual salary. Annual salary means what? Salary into 12. Okay. Na? Coming to next scenario, half month salary. Half month salary means salary divided by 2. So these are all comes under arithmetical operators of the SQL server. After that, we are going to work with after arithmetical operators. We are going to work with assignment operators. Equal to, not equal to. So these are not equality operators. And greater than operator, greater than or equal to, less than operator, less than. So these are comes under assignment operators, right? So we already worked with equality operator. So let's go to remaining scenario. Select star from employee table where department number equal to 10. See this. What happened now? It retrieved only department number 10 select. Okay. So next scenario, not equal to operator. So select star from EMP where department number not equal to 10. What happened? Except 10 remaining department numbers data retrieved. Okay. The same way, we are going to work with greater than operator. Suppose select star from employee table where salary greater than 3000. So greater than 3000 means please check salary column. It retrieved only greater than 3000 data from the table. Only greater than 3000 data. Right. So now coming to next scenario, I'm going for greater than or equal to. So greater than or equal to 3000 means what happened now? Even 3000 also retrieved. 1 second, please. One second. Somebody knocking door. Okay, right. So now greater than or equal to means even 3000 also added. Next, see this less than operator. Less than 3000. See only less than 3000 data retrieved. So now less than or equal to. See that less than or equal to 3000 data retrieved. Okay. So these are all comes under assignment operators of the SQL. After that, logical operators and or not. See, generally we use and or operators when we are working with multiple conditions in that way. Okay. For example, select star from EMP where department number equal to 10 and salary greater than 3000. Okay. See here, department number 10 is different condition. Salary greater than 3000 is different condition. See, we are using and operator between conditions. Okay, now. So and operator means every condition must be satisfied. And operator, if every condition satisfies, then only and operator retrieves state. Let's go for execution. See that department number 10 satisfied. Salary greater than 3000 satisfied. Okay, now. Right. In the same way, let's go to R operator. So R operator means what happens, if any condition satisfied, then we can get the data. So that is R operator. Okay. Now see that we got multiple rows. Why? Because it retrieved department number 10's data. In the same way, salary greater than 3000 data also. Right. So coming to next scenario, not operator. See, we cannot use not operator directly. So we are going to use not operator with some other operators. Okay. We are going to use not operator. Anil Kumar, please mute. Okay. So that's why I'm not showing not operator directly. Let's go to next step. That is so that is SQL operators. Select star from employee table where salary between 2000 and 4000. So that means some range verification. So select star from EMP where salary between 2000 and 4000. Now what happened? This query retrieves between 2000 and 4000 employees salary data. Please check it. That means it is kind of, range verification. We're doing range verification based upon what? Salary column. Okay. Coming to next scenario, we can go for not between operator. Not between 2000 and 4000. So what happened now? Below 2000 and above 4000 data retrieved. I mean salary data is retrieved. Please check it. Okay. Next, we are going to work with in operator. For example, select star from EMP where ename is squad comma Turner comma Suresh. See here, I'm checking with multiple employees names. Okay, no? Multiple employees names. See, if in operator is there, then you can check with multiple employees names. If in operator is not there, then what to do? You have to write lengthy condition. For example, where ename equal to Scott or ename equal to Turner or ename equal to Suresh, like that. You're going to write lengthy condition. Now the problem is, if you're going to write lengthy conditions, what happens, you're going to face performance related issues. I mean, query takes time to execute scenario. So time consumption means what happens, tell me? Performance related issue will be there. Because of that reason only, when you want to check with multiple values in the same condition, better to go for in operator. Please check here. Now, for example, Scott to Turner existing in the table, so data returned. But Suresh is not there in the table, so nothing is written. So next, not in operator. See that? Not in means what happened except those remaining employees' names retrieved. Not means against, right? Okay. So coming to next scenario. Here, like operator. Select star from employee table where ename like S percentile. See, percentage symbol, we call it as percentile. What it is? Percentile. See, generally we use like operator for pattern matching purpose. S percentile means ename starts with the S. Execute, see. Smith, Scott. That means what happened? Ename started with the S. Am I right or not? S percentile means what? Starts with S. Please check started with S only. So in the same way, we can go for not like S percentile. Not like means what happens? Not starts with S. Not like S percentile means it is not going to start with the S. Please check. Check enames. Not started with S. Right. So now there are some limitations for this like operator. S percentile means starts with the S. Percentile S means ends with S. Percentile S percentile means somewhere S in E name. Any place of the E name, S must be there, right? So next, underscore S percentile. Second from beginning is S. Percentile S underscore. Second from ending is S. Okay, now? Second from ending is S. So these are the limitations we have when we are working with the like operator. Okay. Please check and let me know if you have any questions from this limitation. Generally, some questions will be there. Confusion, because of confusion. Any questions or any confusion, please let me know. Okay. So next, right. Next, please check commission column. There are some null values. Right. What is the value of null? Nothing. Nobody can define the value of null. Okay, now. So now I want to retrieve only commission null valued employees data from the table. See here, select the star from employee where commission is null. What is the operator now? Is null operator. See this. What happened? Please check commission column. Only null values retrieved. Okay, now. Only null values. In the same way, we can also go for is not null. Please check commission column. Only not null values. There is no null value in commission column. Please check. All of you. Please check. There is no null value in commission column. Okay. So coming to next scenarios. Alias name. Alias means second or duplicate name. Second or duplicate name can be assigned to table or column. See, my question is table contains name, column contains name. Then why we are going for alias name? Because what is the purpose of alias? Second or duplicate name can be assigned to table or column. See, now the thing is alias name concept. It is temporary only, not permanent, because it is not going to store in the database. Okay. No? In the same way, why we need alias name to column, I'll show. And alias name to table, I'll show in joins concept. Select, suppose salary into 12 from employee table. Annual salary. Okay. No? Salary into 12 means what? Annual salary. Right. But is there any column name? Please check it. There is no column name. Okay. No, no column name. So now I want to print some column name here. Suppose annual salary. Please check. Now we got column name. So now annual sal is alias name of salary into 12. but it is not stored in the database. Elias name is not stored in the database, right? So that is what the scenario. So now these are the operators we have. Yesterday we worked with set operators and we worked with distinct operator. So what is the purpose of distinct operator? Distinct operator is used to retrieve unique data from the column. So that is the purpose of distinct operator. Okay. Now? So coming to next scenario. Now we are going to work with the functions concept. SQL Server functions we are going to work. See, general scenario, you know, like suppose select salary comma commission from employee table. Data retrieve. Okay. Salary column, commission column, data retrieve. There are some null values in commission column, but there is no null value in salary column. Okay. No? So now when I'm going for salary plus commission, it is giving null values. Please check it. Why? Because we are working with null value. Any value, if you are going to calculate with the null value, it is going to return only null values. That's what happened here. Please check it. Live example. We have live example there. Okay. No? So commission column, we have null values, but there is no null value in salary column. We are doing salary plus commission. It return nulls. So what to do? In this case, my plan is if I can convert commission null value into 0 temporarily, not permanently. Permanently, we cannot make changes, right? Because that is the data available there. So my scenario is if I can make commission null value as 0 temporarily, then I can do this task. But how to do that task? How to make it? For example, select commission from employee table. Please. Those are the null values. Suppose select is null is the function commission comma 0. See, is null function converts null value into given number. Suppose I'm giving 0 and if you're giving some other number, you are going to face issues. But you are going to work with 0, then no issues, right? So select is null of commission comma 0 from employee table. See that there is no null value. What happened? Is null function converted commission null value to 0 temporarily. So now you can do this task. Salary plus is null of commission comma 0. See that? Okay. So now it is working.
Sir, one more time, please. Sorry.
Is null function converted commission null values into zeros temporarily. Okay, na? Right? Just conversion only, not permanently, up to execution of the query. Because if null value is there, then you are facing issues, right? So to avoid that problem, what we are doing, we are working with is null function. So we converted commission null value into 0 temporarily. Okay, right? In is it clear? Any doubts, please? Okay, na? Right. So now let's go to next type of functions, like number functions. See, number functions, maximum number functions, they are related to formulas, mathematical formulas. Let us see them. I'm sorry. Select absolute of -9.4. See, absolute, we type it as ABS only. See, absolute function, if you're going to pass positive value or negative value, it returns positive value only. Please check it. Absolute of -9.0, then it return only 9.1. Okay. That is what the scenario. Coming to next case, ceiling function. Select the ceiling of 9.01. Nine dot 9.01 is decimal value. Here is some decimal value 9.01. It converts that decimal value to next integer. What is the next integer of 9.01? That is 10. Okay. Next, floor function. Select the floor of 9.9. What happened? It converted given decimal value to previous integer. Okay. Please check it. So now square root. We take square root as SQRT, square root of 144. That is 12. In the same way, square function, square of 2. 2 square, and 2 square means what? 4. Power function, select power of 4 comma 4. 4 comma 4 means 4 to the power 4. 256. Okay. 4 into 4 into 4 into 4. In the same way, we can go for logarithms. Do you remember logarithms? Mathematical formulas. That is log 2 value. We have exponential. Select exponential of 2. In the same way, we can find out trigonometric values also. Select the sine of 90. That is sine 90 value. Okay. These are all comes under number function. Let's go to character functions. So character functions length. So length we take it as len only. So length of Hyderabad. How many letters there in Hyderabad? See this. Next, lower function. Select lower of Hyderabad. A given uppercase letters, it converted them into lowercase letters. Then upper function. Upper of provide lowercase letters. Suppose like this. See that I provided lowercase letters, but it converted them into uppercase. Okay. Then we have reverse function. Reverse of friend. See that you are getting letters in reverse order. In the same way, we have replace function. Suppose replace of main string is Hyderabad. In Hyderabad, I want to replace HYD with the CYD. See that Hyderabad. Okay, now what happened? HYD replaced by C. Next, select the concat operator. Concat means combining different string values. Suppose we have different strings like SQL and developer. Different string values we have. SQL is different string, developer is different string. See that combined value we are getting. What is the value we are getting there? SQL developer combined. Right. In the same way, next step we are going to work with the ASCII function. ASCII means American Standard Code for Information Interchange. See, in ASCII, for every character and special character, we have some code, ASCII codes. So what is the capital A? 65. So reverse function is char function. Suppose I'm giving char of 65. It is giving like this, capital A. Okay. This is the way like how we are working. Next, we have left function, right function. Suppose left of SQL developer, combined word, comma 3. So what happens here? See, it is giving left side 3 letters. SQL. Next, we have right. See this right side 3 letters, last 3 letters. PER. Okay. These are all comes under character functions. Even in SQL Server development, we are going to work with same kind of character functions. Coming to next scenario, let's go to date time function. Select get date. Get date means it is giving today's date and time. Please check it out. 4 wise, mm, dd, hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds. So now, coming to next scenario, I want to retrieve only day, only month, only year. What to do? In this case, select date part function. So date part of dd comma get date. Only date. See, in place of get date, In place of get date, you can provide any date, no problem. Suppose make it MM. See, only month. YY, only year. Like this, date part function. Okay. After that, we have date name function. It is going to give us what is today, like that. Select the date name of DW comma get date. DW means what? Day of the week. Tuesday. Today is Tuesday only, right? Next, date add. So date add means use it to add days, months, years to date. Suppose I want to add days, 3 days to today. Today means what? Get date. See that. 3 days added. Okay. MM, 3 months added. YY, 3 years added. Is it clear? This is the way. Coming to next scenario. Date diff function. Actually, date diff function used to find out difference between dates in the form of days, months, year. DD comma. Suppose I'm giving some date here. Suppose 12th April 2007 comma. Get date. See this? Days difference. MM, months difference. How many months difference? YY, years difference. Like this. These are all comes under date time functions of the SQL. See, we are going to use almost same kind of functions in Power BI. So because of that reason only, I'm discussing operators of functions of these concepts. Because these are all we are going to discuss in Power BI environment. Operators of functions we are going to use in transformations in the same way, DAX function. Okay, na? So these are really important for us. Please don't forget to practice. So these are the things today, and tomorrow we'll go for remaining things, classes concept. And don't miss tomorrow's class. Okay. Right then, see you tomorrow.